I'm Damien Evans, the Director of the University of Sydney's Archaeological Research Centre here in Cambodia. The University of Sydney's been involved in the work for 13 years now here at Angkor. And, you know, we found similar things in different areas and different places, but it's been a very gradual process over the course of a decade or more. Whereas what we have now with this instrument is just bang, all of a sudden, an immediate picture of an entire city that people didn't know was there before, which is remarkable. So instead of this kind of very long, gradual process, you have this kind of sudden eureka moment where you bring the data up on screen for the first time, and there it is, this ancient city very clearly in front of you.
Our main goal, if we talk about the archaeological activities, is to map the mountain, to research and to excavate any archaeological sites, and to implicate the government into the conservation of those sites. Their result has brought basically, it's like if you have the church of a town on our western wall, but you can see only the ruins of the church, but now we have the cities, the boulevard, the avenues, the canal, the hydrological system. So we had bits of it, we had the main dikes, the main canal, but we couldn't imagine that was such an intense occupation, an intense modification of the landscape. Also, they must have cut a lot of forest at that time to do all these features. What is very surprising also is that it's very similar to Angkor, which means it's very orientated east-west or north-south, which is easy to do on a flat plain like Angkor, but in Kulen, it's still the main constraint for us before the LiDAR was the topography, which is not really flat, and also the vegetation. And with a tool like a LiDAR, you kind of avoid and have a great image of a city coming out. So it's a great input, but still years of work coming on.
That we're there. I mean, it's really the future of remote sensing in archaeology, and I would expect in 5 or 10 years' time for it to be absolutely routine. The next step from here, I mean, the way forward probably is to increase our coverage, to increase the aerial extent, because you can see in the mapping work that Stefan has done, the new features extend right to the end of to the edge of the LiDAR data, and that's just because the LiDAR data ends there. I mean, it's almost certain that this city was much larger than this picture that we're seeing from our very limited coverage. So I guess from my point of view, the next step will be to try and increase and expand that coverage, so we can get a really complete picture of what these cities look like. But that of course takes a lot of money. It's an expensive technology, and so we have to work pretty hard towards fundraising, convincing people that it's worthwhile, and so on, which is a big challenge. But like I said, I think in a few years this will be an absolutely routine thing, but we're just kind of pioneering the approach, I guess, here in Angkor.